This is a mod of Commander Keen called Commander Kylie. It's a mod that was made by, I want to say, Zilma. Let me just check I've got that right. Xylem, sorry, my apologies. Mod made by someone called Xylem, who has modded all 7 of the official Keen games, as well as several actual mods. Yeah, this is just an interesting little mod. Xylem gave it a little story, actually, that went along with it, about this version of Commander Kylie being the sister of Billy Blaze, who is time traveling and stuck in the past, and having to ensure that Billy Blaze's adventures go as they were planned, or as they happened like in our normal reality, which is nice and everything. But I always preferred to think of it as just a alternative universe in which Billy Blaze was a girl. Probably not quite what Tom Hall had in mind when he invented the character, but there you go. I like playing games as female characters. I don't know why. I didn't always, but as I've gotten older, I think it's just always kind of bothered me that there aren't more games with strong female lead characters. Whoa, what happened? I bumped something. You hear in your mind, human, it would seem that you know of the Standard Galactic Alphabet. How odd. Yes, that's got to do with the plot that the modder came up with. Of course, she does know the Standard Galactic Alphabet. In the game, the original game, of course, it says, "Too bad you don't know the Standard Galactic Alphabet." Quite sure what is causing that loading delay. There should be plenty of cycles for this game. Crank them up a little. Jump randomly. Normally I play the Treasury and the Capital City before I get the pogo stick, but for the purposes of this run through, I'll grab the pogo and take it a little easier. Let's play Capital City first. Technically I should have done Treasury, but oh well. The levels don't really have official names. Fandom has given them certain of them names. There we go. More ray gun charges, because we've got a Garg. Gargs are an enemy who are quite startling in a lot of cases, especially if you don't realise they can jump, which initially, like on an initial playthrough, you may never notice that Gargs can jump, and so the first time you see one hop a gap and come after you, it's really quite startling. There's one in a level coming up called the Emerald City, which hides in a little cave kind of thing and can come charging out and leap at you. Come on. Here, boy. There we go. One of the ways that you can avoid boss fights in this game is you can usually dodge them. In this case, you can lure that Vorticon off the edge of the map as the wall is non-existent next to him. And he falls down to his doom. Let's save. You might be able to get that with an impossible pogo, but I can't remember, and to be honest with you, I'm not that fussed. This level is kind of meant to be before the pogo stick is acquired. If you were playing this for the first time, you would encounter this level before you get the pogo stick, so I think you're probably meant to play it without. That said, most of the levels, like, there is actually only one level in the game, one compulsory level in the game where you absolutely have to use the pogo stick. You can't exit without it. And to make it fair, that level actually has another pogo stick in it, just in case you got there without collecting it. This Vorticon can be lured off his platform and down into the main part of the level. I always thought that was slightly... I did get the yellow key, yes I did. I always thought that was slightly counterproductive, as he's a lot more dangerous jumping around the level at random than he is when he's actually just up on his platform. Always gather ammo while you can. Again, you don't need the pogo stick for this level, but it's a hell of a lot easier with it. Keen's use of a pogo stick made me want one really badly as a kid, and we did get some. My sister and I were given them for Christmas one year. And of course, pogo sticks in real life work nothing like as well as the one that Keen wields. Run away! Alright, should probably explain the plot. We are collecting the parts of the ship, the Behemoth Baker Mega Rocket, the Vorticons. We came exploring on Mars, and don't think too hard about the fact that we can all breathe on Mars. But while we were exploring, the Vorticons stripped our ship of several of its key parts, teleporting the ice will send you to the dark side of Mars. Stripped our ship of several of its key parts, and we need to retrieve them. So the parts are the joystick from a Nintendo Entertainment System, our brothers, which we have got. The battery from the family car, which we have got. We next need to get the vacuum cleaner. So the joystick is the ship's controls. The battery is the ship's power. The vacuum cleaner is apparently the ship's propulsion system. It's the engine. And finally, the fourth item is Everclear from our dad's liquor cabinet, which is naturally the fuel. Alright, on to the Emerald City. So you can go right, or you can go up, as this arrangement suggests. So let's go up. think this sign says this is neat, if I remember correctly. At one point I knew how to translate pretty much everything. All the signs in this game, but that was ever so long ago. You can piece bits together in this game, but for a proper translation, the full alphabet is written out in episode 3 and again in episode 6. Alright, the Ice City. We're going to get our next part of the ship. One of the 4 ice levels in the game, and one of the hardest. This is a bit of a maze. It doesn't have to be that hard, and I am actually about to absolutely breeze through it, but skip a lot of the content. I feel bad about that. I'm not speedrunning or anything, I'm just... I've played this so many times now that this is just how I run through it. Usually the second half of the game is where I hit a bit of a brick wall. This guy you can kind of dodge, but it's the first one where it's just easier to shoot him. And that's our third part of the ship. And we've only been playing for 12 minutes. Now technically I could at this point go to the last level. There is absolutely nothing stopping me. However, I would rather play all the levels, even if I don't play them as thoroughly as streaming would suggest. So Gargs charge at you. They can spot you and then run at you very fast. And as I said, jump over gaps in pursuit of you. Uh-oh. Ugh. Tank robot is pain. One of the scarier enemies. You can't kill them. Alright, continuing into the world of Fire and Ice. I recently got my hands on a copy of the Commander Keen Randomizer, which takes this game and basically randomizes what levels are what and what levels the 4 parts are in. You'll need a ray gun in the end, but not to shoot the Vorticon. And then within those levels, it randomizes where everything is. You're always given everything you need to win the game, but it may not be where you're expecting. Someone remade this level of all levels in Crystal Caves HD. It's an interesting choice. First go. Didn't fall off once. It's a bit of a rarity for me. Whoa. There is a hidden city. Look in the dark area of the city to the south. There is indeed a secret level in this game. Oh! First death. Had to happen sooner or later. I'm experienced at this game, but far from perfect. The Garg Shrine! You hear in your head, Garg! Love the Garg Shrine. The guys with two eyes are Gargs, and the guys with one eye are called Yorps. So the story mentions that when the Voyager probe, not the Voyager probe, one of the probes that they landed on Mars, and NASA landed a probe on Mars, and accidentally landed it without realizing, because they didn't know there was such a thing. They landed it on the Martian King, and so the Gargs were angry about this, and that's why they attack you, whereas the Yorps were deliriously happy, the one-eyed Yorps. So they aren't aggressive at all. They're just, but they shove you around, and their specialty is to push you into pits. Or block your way in narrow paths, like this. But you can jump on them, you don't have to kill them. Look for dark hidden bricks, you can see naught but their upper left corner. This game was originally, perhaps famously, programmed as a clone of Mario Brothers. That was actually the first thing this engine was used for was a recreation of the first level of Super Mario Brothers 3, and id Software, the formative members of id Software, who was still working for Softdisk at the time, pitched Nintendo on a potential straight conversion of Super Mario Brothers 3 to PC. But Nintendo weren't wild about the idea, largely because they were trying to sell their consoles. Whenever you see one of those tunnels, always shoot into it because there may be a Garg in it. I don't think there's anything of use over here, but I think there's points. And points are good. Apparently the Pepsi in this game has time traveled as well. No, no Garg in there, but that one's going to be a problem. This level is usually where my runs come to die. Either I get killed by a Garg I forgot about, or that takes me by surprise, or I simply get lost looking for all the keys. You need all 4 of the key cards to finish this level. And I have a vague idea of where they are, but a vague idea doth butter no crumpets. There's one. I think another one is up here. That's a lot scarier looking than it actually is. No, there isn't one up here. I could have sworn there was. Oh well, maybe my memory's going. See, there was a Garg in the tunnel. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. I could be doing better for ammo. Especially if I'm going to keep doing that. Well, that's 2. I think 3 and 4 are down towards the bottom. Yellow and red keys. Well, there's the exit, so I've come down the wrong path. Because, yeah, I've still only got 2 keys. Go away. I don't want to have to shoot you because I'm running out of ammo. Alright, so down here? Maybe? I would usually go for the secret level, but now I've already got 2 of the keys. I'm pretty well committed to finishing this level the proper way. If you do want to see the secret level over on my old channel, Play It Loud Games, I did a Let's Play of the original version of this. As in the non-modded version. In that I got to the secret level. But the secret level is difficult all unto itself. Oh boy, I am going to be running really low on ammo by the end of this. I'm going to have to go past the entrance to the secret level to get the last key. Probably should have gotten it much earlier. I accidentally wasted a shot. That's got to do with the controls. Because the game was made with 2-button joysticks in mind, which were the norm at the time, control jumps, alt pogos, and both of them together shoot. When they made Keens 4, 5 and 6, they fixed this so fire was on a separate button, but you could set it to 2-button firing if you wanted to play with a joystick. The result is that when you try to jump and try to pogo or go out of one to do the other, it's very easy to accidentally shoot and waste a bullet, a charge, and I am now down to 2 charges in my ray gun. So this is one of the levels with a proper name. It's called Red Maze City. It's mentioned in one of the hint sheets, I think. Originally this level was compulsory to finish the game, but that was changed before the final version, and you can go around it if you like. That said, it's one of the game's centerpiece levels, and it would be wrong not to play it. 2 more levels to go. This is currently on track to be my fastest ever playthrough of this game. one of my shots gone. I am cutting it very fine for ammo. This level has got a lot of false floors. We fell through a big one at the start. Oh, I've got the blue key card. I forgot. Meant to go through the blue door. Pay attention. So you can see, I'll go back. You can see that the brick to the left of the one that the red key is sitting on is funnily textured. And that's because it's not real. You can fall through it. Go back and... Yes, that's right. This level has a trick. Which is... So you've got the red key now, and the red door is up here. And... So you go through the red door and you get the green key, and you would have seen the green door back there with the yellow key behind it. It's a trick. You don't need the yellow key for anything because there is no yellow door in this level. There's nothing for that key to open. I don't know if there was meant to be at some point in development, but it's just to waste your time, basically, in this stage. And maybe that's all it ever was. Like, it's just to make you backtrack another level and leave you kicking yourself. But, yeah, that's it. It's, you don't require the yellow key. So there's no reason to go back and open the green door. No, that's a bit ambitious, I think. I don't think you can actually make that jump. But we can do that. You cannot kill the Vorticon commander directly. So we will need a ray gun in the end, but not to kill the Vorticon, or not to shoot the Vorticon. You actually can kill the Vorticon commander directly, but it takes as many... I think it almost requires more shots than you get in the whole game. Like, if you collect all the ammo in the game, you would pretty much have to have never shot anything else in order to have enough ammo to kill the final boss. Anyway, this is the Vorticon Commander's Fortress. Hard to tell if he had it built himself, because the Vorticons are here as an outpost. Hard to tell if he had it built himself or if this used to belong to the Martian King. I like to think it belonged to the Martian King, and he's just occupying it as part of the outpost. Half the fun with old games, I think, is you can tell yourself as much story as they tell you. id Software with a little shout out. Get the blue key. Now, do I want to show you something? I think I will. So these are... no, actually I won't because I don't have enough ammo. Over to the left is a little room. If you go past all the gargs, you can technically jump over them and stuff, and I just... I'm not trusting my skills tonight. There's a room with a pogo stick and a ray gun in it. And it is basically to ensure that you can finish this level. Because this is the only level in which you absolutely need the pogo stick. So it is possible that, like, if you somehow exited the pogo shrine without getting the pogo stick, you originally in the beta version, once you went up here, you couldn't come back down, but they changed that. So what we need, you need the pogo stick to make this jump for a start. Obviously, you can't get up here until you can't finish the level. So this is the Vorticon Commander, and you can go under the bricks there and confront him. However, what you are meant to do is this. Single shot, crushes him. Takes 101 shots to kill him otherwise. And there's the Everclear, the last part of the ship. That teddy bear just to finish things off. And that is Commander Keen 1, or Commander Kylie 1, as this version is technically. Kylie returns to the... It's meant to be Bean. There are some typos in this mod. She must be home before her parents do. Should be get. I'm sorry, this is the wannabe English teacher in me. I'll stop being a dick. But what's this? That doesn't look good. She makes it home and rushes to beat her parents upstairs. Flick the light on, flick the light off. Shh, honey, let's see if little Becky is asleep. Becky, are you, what is this one-eyed green thing? Yeah, we brought home a Yorp. Can I keep it? Well, we'll talk about that in the morning. Time for lights out. Good night, Mum. Alright, there's no sleep for Commander Keen. The Vorticon mothership looms above, ready to destroy Earth. To be continued. So yeah, the game continues with the Earth explodes. Hope you enjoyed the game. So yeah, my fastest, but definitely not my most thorough playthrough. That's Commander Kylie, Episode 1.